Pokemon Crystal, me proving to everyone with my magic skills to become a real Pokemon champion, featuring Daisy as my assistant. Enjoy the video! Alright Daisy, are you ready for the most tedious part ever, which is the Rocket Hideout? Hell yeah, I am ready, and well, we have discovered some things while meddling around with pretty much most of the Pokemon. Yep, and I trained them up a little bit because, well, I actually wanted to know what hidden power I got, and I actually got a whole bunch of good and bad news. For Dry Bones, it was hidden power Electric, which was same type, and I already have Thundershock, so that wouldn't work. Elisa somehow had the same hidden power, so that was pretty unfortunate. Silver had hidden power Fire, I believe, so that wouldn't work, or I think that is what it has. And surprisingly, Fire Mario had hidden power Ice. I'm not joking. Well, that is awesome. But yeah, what are you going to do for the Rocket Hideout? Because eventually we'll get to the Flashlight, which always has the two of the same Pokemon. Well, for that, I have an idea. And that is, of course, leading with Elisa, because Elisa needs to gain a little bit more levels. Looking at the inventory I have, I don't have a lot. No. Well, let's first fly to, of course, Ecruteak, because, well, I need to buy some extra potions, because I have almost none of them. Yeah. Also, another update about Perfect Crystal and any Crystal game. You can see where you're, on which part of the map you are. Yeah, that is really convenient because it was a real problem not being able to see where you're pretty much at. Well, it takes 10 supers would be enough. And yeah, we haven't found the roaming legendary beasts off camera. If we do find them, we'll eventually let you know. Yup. But alright, time to take on the Rocket Hideout, which is going to take forever. Hyper Beam, and bye-bye. What took you, Rosetta? Sorry, Lance. You know what I had to do. Well, actually, he didn't know. Pretty much what I had to do, is, yeah. You can see this guy being defeated. Yup. Hyper Beam is a 150 base power move. Alright, and here's the Persian statues, and they do activate when you run past them. Unless you go to the scientist room and then turn it off. But for these Persian statues, it will always activate here. Yup. And there's another thing. Whenever you see a Rocket Executive, you don't really know which one it is. For our case, we will add in the versus screen, because Rosalina does know which executive comes in which moment. Yep. The first executive, well, the first executive you have found in this game at all is Proton, and that one is the one that is, of course, the one from, yeah, Slowpoke, pretty much from Slowpoke well. And the one here is Petrel. That is the one we have to deal with now. Or Pedro, I always call it Pedro, but no, it's Petrel. Yeah. Zubat could confuse you, and yep, called it out. It's way too predictable what Zubat wants to do. Yeah, but Zubat can't really do much. Disable wear it off, so that is good. But hitting yourself in confusion isn't good. No. I'm even done dealing with the Zubat in a way. Because I don't want to... Because if the Zubat wants to be annoying, we'll just swap out into Dry Bones. Which Bite would do next to nothing because it's Steel, and Steel has the most amount of resistances ever. The only thing it's weak to is fighting, fire, and ground, and it's neutral to water. Yeah, true. Alright, there's the other grunts. And yeah, they will come back whenever you activate another Persian tower. And this is why the Team Rocket section is by far one of the most annoying sections in all of Gold and Silver. Because this episode's going to take forever. And no, I'm not battling Price. That'll be in episode 14. But for this episode, since this is unlucky number 13, surprisingly, we are doing the Rocket Hideout. And yeah, the unlucky 13 stands for perfectly, because I don't really like to be spending a whole lot of time here. No. And the Pokemon also are extremely underleveled compared to you. And you can easily knock them out. Yeah, although I should have probably used Surf here, because Grimer has better, yeah, you know. Because Grimer, of course, has better defense than special defense. And yeah, I'll tell you whenever we have to battle a scientist, which I will soon, then you will hear a different, you would hear a different theme. Okay, so apparently it's a speed tie. Good to know. So Silver and Rattata level 18 are speed ties. Well, that's good to know. Yep, just like the guy says, they will keep appearing until we trip a secret switch, which we aren't going to do. And the reason why we won't is because, well, it is tedious. However, after battling this scientist here, we'll be taking a break already because, well, pretty much, this isn't possible to do in the other version, but... Or actually, you know what? It is. No, it isn't. And if you go down here, then the scientist would activate. Yeah, let me just change up my movesets. The only good Pokemon to use against a Steel type is Fire Mario. You see, this scientist is mandatory. Wait. Hold on. The scientist also has this theme, apparently. Oh. I thought it was... oh, yeah. Oh, I am used to Hard Gold Soul Silver. Yeah, you do hear the theme. There we go. Bye-bye, Magnemite. Bye-bye. Oh. Pinkle Peach Lover said something about me again. Wait, she did? Yeah. Well, ignore it for now, Daisy. Yeah, I guess I will. Alright, well, pretty much after this scientist, we're as good as done for this part. We'll be... When we are done with everything and every trap, we, Thanks for the guard specs, although we are not using, although we're not using the X items. Yeah, and here, with this... Yeah, with this thing, you actually turn off every trap. Oh, you can't turn it on anymore. Oh, well, that saves time. I was gonna train up, but yeah, having to see these trainers again, it's not worth it. Wait, does that also mean the other traps would be activated? Yeah. But yeah, this is the way, if you want to do this minimum battles, this is the way to do it, but whatever. Well, there is a mandatory rocket. Oh, that's good to see. Dry Bones, I'll lead with you because you also need to level up. Yeah, eventually it'll be, yeah, of course, as you probably know, we'll get a Magneton, but that is at level 30. Yep. Alright. Although Swift isn't the same type attack bonus, doesn't matter. No, we don't really need the same type attack bonus to begin with. Okay, then. Yeah, even Rattata's Tackle did like 4. 4? Wow. Yeah, that does nothing. Yep, and this is why having a Steel Pokemon is so good in this game. And by the way, fun fact, AC, I'm not sure if you knew this, but Steel moves are super effective on Ice Pokemon. Oh, alright. Interesting. So Ice is not only weak to Fire, to Rock, to Fighting, but it's also weak to Steel. Correct. So, Magnemite actually counters Price's team perfectly. Because Piloswine has no ground attack, and its attacks does like nothing. Doesn't know Mud Slap? No, because Price didn't have that moveset, because gym leaders don't have customized movesets. Because that's only for trainer battles. They only know the last 4 moves they know via level up. So yeah, if you see a level 16 Ghastly, you will eventually see Mean Look, Curse, and etc. And also Spite, Confuse Ray, probably that. Actually, no, not Confuse Ray, but yes. But yeah. We'll eventually deal with those traps pretty much. I'm not sure if they are activated. Well, that answers your question. They are indeed activated. So that is the only thing that is activated. And by the way, you can't run from those traps. Oh yeah, I can't. Darn. Can I swap? I think you can. Okay, I can swap. Oh, that wasn't actually good, because now Lisa's gonna faint. Unlucky, but don't worry, Don't worry, I can go back to the Pokemon Center. You know what? I'll be back. And I'll do those traps by myself. Alright, sure. Alright, that was a pretty long journey, but yeah. Since the Persian statue's never activated because you can't turn back on the Switch like you could in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, yeah. Every run was just based off of the Heart Gold, Soul Silver run, and yeah. This is why we thought everything about it. But yeah, here is a tip. Don't heal now because, look. And this is also why you don't use your potions, because Lance literally fully heals everything. So this is something you do need to be mindful of. Yeah. And there's one of the rocket runs, and that was a mandatory run. Yep. This guy just called me a rotten little pest. Well, let me show you indeed who the rotten little pest is. Yeah, and by the way, Rosalina leveled up Silver to level 27 out of nowhere. Yeah, that was by accident. Alright. This would be an ideal matchup, but yeah. Whatever. Also, when do you want to evolve your Staryu Rosalina? Eventually. I want to do it until I know a perfect moveset. But yeah, because Starmie, since it's a Stone Evolution, can't learn any level up moves. Also, when are you gonna get Ice Beam and the and some other moves? Well, that's gonna take forever because I need to grind in the game corner for a lot of coins, and unfortunately, there's a problem with the game corner, and that is that I don't have Oh, excuse me. Sorry if you saw the camera move. There is no game like Volt or Flip, and I can't test it out. I only have slots. Yeah, serves you right. And there's one rocket grunt. It's a skippable one. Or is it a spinner? No, it's not a spinner. It always looks down. So let's destroy him as well. And then we need to, of course, exclude the password, which, of course, as you guys already know, Slowpoke Tail and Raticate Tail, and eventually the password for the main door is Hail Giovanni. But in order for that to work, we need Petrel's voice. Yeah. Which is the Rocket Executive. But yeah, the only way we can get it is after defeating it. And the Murkrow does have the voice. Yep. And unfortunately, since there is no double battles yet in Gen 2, we have to battle one-on-one against the Rocket Executive, which is, of course, Ariana. Unfortunately for me, yeah, it takes 2 passwords to get into the boss quarters, yeah. I know. Yeah, exactly, he is tough. And there's another scientist, or... Oh yeah, he does challenge me. I forgot about that. I forgot that he's, of course, also a trainer. Well, thank goodness the mistake actually is alright, because it sent out a Coughing who has a terrible special defense stat. Yeah, that really helps. I really think the Rocket Hideout is gonna take forever to finish. Yeah. Especially because we are playing with animations on. We normally would have animations off, but I mean, to train a battle, and we don't want to make the same mistake again. Yeah, my mistake with Bugsy is that I had animations off. And same with Chelsea, the first Chelsea battle, which technically was the second rival battle, but the first time I nicknamed it after Chelsea. Oh, there's an item. Well, it's a worthless item, but whatever. We'll take it. Maybe it is actually useful. Well, did you say worthless? I first said, but no. This item is actually very useful. This is why Team Rocket can sometimes have pretty good items. Alright, we'll stick to this, and... Hey, you there. This girl literally just called me the weakling. Yup, and there is Jessie again. Yeah, well, it kind of makes sense, this Rocket Grunt is sort of Jessie, because even she used an Ekans in the anime. Yeah, but unlike in the Generation 3 and beyond, pretty much, stops in Gen 7 Pokemon Let's Go, this, we would always lose our attack due to Intimidate. Yeah. And there's Gloom. Thank goodness we're switching out. Gloom can't really do much other than status me. But you can also status it. Yeah, true. But I am probably slower. There we go. If you want to put me to sleep... Yeah, I knew you were gonna do that. And this is why you deserve a taste of your own medicine of being paralyzed. It went for Absorb, which does nothing. No, it does... A crit is 5 damage. But Absorb is only 20 base power. Yeah, you deserve to be Parahaxed. Another Parahax, nice. Which is fully paralyzed here. Yeah. Man, Swift does like nothing. Yeah, true. At this point, probably Thundershock would do a whole lot more, because I have a terrible... Yeah. It does roughly the same. It doesn't really matter what move I use. Thundershock or, yeah. Doesn't matter, I can easily, take it. Yeah, none of the, executives even have potions. Nope. None of them have them. Well, this Gloom was a really annoying Gloom. Thank goodness it's out of here. Alright, stop, I'll tell you. Well, tell me then. Yeah, it's in fact indeed useless. Here's a scientist and a grunt there. Yeah, but that grunt is a spinner. True. It is indeed a spinner, yeah, I realize that. I'll use you, Daisy, for the scientist. The scientist does have a ground Pokemon, but don't worry. You don't care that your Pokemon are hurt from your experience? Well, that is extremely selfish. Mitch. Which rhymes a little bit like the other words. Oh no. Well, this guy's gonna transform into me now. Yep. It's also the way we had to deal with, pretty much. Oh, really? Going for Mud Slap already, and having an accuracy loss. Of course it knows how to do that, but yeah, easy. Alright. Yeah, you can lower my accuracy, but I have a smart strategy myself, and that is, of course, I mean, if you lower my accuracy, I'll use the move that can never miss. And there is the Eradicate, which is pretty scary. Yeah, it has pretty good defense. It outspeeds me, of course it does. And I have to be careful not to let you faint, or else I would lose friendship. And friendship is really what I need, because when you're level 30, I need to have you evolved. At level 28, I'm probably level 29. I'm going to train up a lot for your happiness. Oh, really? Yeah. X special, something I can sell because we're not using special items. Unless this was an X item run. Proteins are the ones I am going to use because, well, they're really helpful. And what are you going to do now? Who are you going to battle next? Well, there is a mandatory Rocket Grunt upstairs, and that is the one I have to battle next. Which is not there. I'm first going to check below. Nope, nothing. Alright. Man, so many people are mentioning me over again. Oh, I think Daisy because somebody is abusing you. Yeah, Pinkle Peach Lover really is sick in the head. To really think yeah, this user is really sick in the head just to think that it can defeat me or abuse me all at once. I'm not offended. Oh, really? Because, I mean, I do protect you, Daisy. Remember that. Yeah, I know. Boom. One shot on a Rattata. Well, Rattata is a terrible Pokemon to begin with, so that was easy. Yep. And there's Zubats. Eat this headbutt, Zubats. And it's also knocked out. Yeah, one more. Unfortunately, I can't get Return because that is only on Sunday available. And this is also why on challenge runs, playing the game on Sunday is the best because you can get the TM for Return. Yeah. Thank goodness I'm not evolving yet. No, that is because I haven't changed your hairstyle at all. That is a thing. Let me first check here because here is of course pretty important. It's a TM sound I have to include, and that is Thief. Yep. But guess who is coming back, Daisy? Who is it? Oh no, not Chelsea again! Didn't I tell you that I was going to destroy Team Rocket? Tell me, who was the guy in the cape who used Dragon Pokemon? My Pokemon were no match at all. I don't care that I lost. I can beat him by getting stronger Pokemon, is what he said that bothers me. He told me that I don't love my Pokemon and trust my Pokemon enough. I'm furious that I lost to a bleeding heart like him. I don't have the time for the likes of you. Neither do I have the time for the likes of you, Chelsea. For the love of God. Quit bothering me and quit abusing Daisy. Wow. She's a pushover because she literally just pushed you. Okay, Daisy, that was... Even you need to admit that was a terrible joke. Wait, you forgot to get the other passcodes. Oh, whoops. Hey, that's my line. I always say whoops. Ah, okay. Well, we'll be back shortly. Alright. Alright, I made it back. Now this should work. Yup. And you gotta arrange everything, though. Yep, I am. Dry Bones, we're gonna need you, because Petrel is gonna lead with, of course, you already know who he's leading off with. Should we do an extra special team? No, we'll only do a special versus screen. There it is. There's Petrel, which you can see. What? Who are you? This is the office of our leader Giovanni. Since this spinning tree... Yeah, he has been in training, but we're certain he will be back. Someday to assume command again. That's why we're standing guards. I won't let anyone disturb this place. Yup, and we will be doing the versus screen. 3, 2, 1, and go. Oh, pretty cool verse screen on the black background. Yup. And now you can see Petrel's picture. Pretty much. Yeah, Petrel, yeah. I'm going to destroy Petrel for good. Yeah, I know it's in Heart Gold Soul Silver, but just bear with me here. Yeah. For real. Just let Rosalina have her fun. Seriously. And of course what Petrel loves to do is to confuse me. Yeah, but you are no longer confused because confusion lasted only for one turn. And Thundershock is a one-hit KO. Yup, true. What else are you gonna use? Eradicate. That can't do things to Magnemites. It could. I mean, Quick Attack isn't the best, but yeah. It can be pretty scary. So don't get your hopes up, Rosalina, because this guy's actually pretty good. Yeah. It can spam Quick Attack all you want. Okay, yeah, that was a crit. Now I have to heal. Well, unless you get a crit yourself, which you got. Yeah, I deserve that crit. We're in equal territory here. The only super potion I'm gonna waste. And yeah, since Magnemite's HP is abysmal, it restores it to full health. Yeah, and Hyper Fang did nothing. Nope. Even Quick Attack does at most. Yeah, with a crit it does that, but that was a low roll crit. The other one was a high roll crit. Yeah. Well, you need Dry Bones to level up anyway. And Coughing is the final good Pokemon. Yeah, but unlike Heart Gold Soul Silver, trainers don't immediately just go back and just say stuff. No. They only started that in Gen 4, yeah, pretty much. And then Gen 5, they also do it. Yep. And Dry Bones made it to level 27. And I can learn Lock On, which is a completely useless move because I already have Swift. I don't need Lock On, get out of here. Petrel's defeated. Yeah, but now it's time to battle... Yeah, now we're going to battle Ariana. Yeah, the password is Hill Giovanni. This Murkrow is pretty much... is gonna follow us. Yeah, but who are you gonna use for Ariana, the next Rocket executive? I have an idea. Let me just rearrange everything. I'll choose you, Silver. And for the and eventually for the Electrode, I have a solution as well. There we go. And there's Ariana with the other Rocket Grounds. Yep. How wrong it is to meddle with Team Rocket. And I'll show you how it's wrong not to meddle with Rosalina. Yup, with a second versus screen in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, there is Ariana now. And this is why I had Silver. Not because it has a Psychic move, none of my Pokemon can learn it. But I can use, yeah, Headbutt. It can also flinch me with Bite, which it just did. Thanks, Ariana. You really are helpful. Poison Sting. Let's hope it doesn't poison, because that would be bad during Fly. Yep. Miss, of course. I'm in the air. Wow, it doesn't do a lot. No. And now you're wrapped. Which, luckily, isn't Gen 1 wrap. Yeah, I'm so glad it's not Gen 1 wrapped, because I would have swapped out if that was the case. Yeah, but what if you were doing a solo run with a Pokemon? I had to mash through. And even though this one has a Murkrow, doesn't matter. Dry Bones for the win. Yeah, Dry Bones is the ultimate wall, pretty much. Yeah, Peck is not very effective. None of Murkrow's moves are effective at all. And my Thunder Shock does way more. Yeah, but it does have terrible defenses. True. But it even has terrible attacks, so bye Murkrow. And what is your last Pokemon, Ariana? Let me guess. A useless one. Gloom again! Yeah, but this time I'm not holding back. Fire Mario. Destroy this piece of garbage. Yeah, come on, Fire Mario. You got this. Well, it's pretty overleveled and it outspeeds, so Gloom should be 1 hit K. Oh, alright. Crit. That probably mattered, not sure. And you have Fire Mario level 30. Yeah, that was unintentional. Ariana is defeated. It's really bad that I couldn't become an executive, yeah. Oh god. That did it. We defeated all the rockets here, but I'm concerned about the young guy I battled in the process. Sorry, Rosetta, I saw how well you were doing, but I just hung back. Now all there's left to do is to turn off that odd radio system. Alright. And yeah, that is defeating all the Electrode here. Well, there is a chance we can get a shiny Electrode. And yeah, Lance goes to the right, and if I now go to the right, watch. Leave this side to me. Yep. I'm stuck here. There's nothing I can do. No healing, nothing. No. Well, who are you going to use for the Electrode? Silver, and then Waluigi eventually. Let's quickly go for this. Yeah, no shiny here. I mean, I'm not going to soft reset for a shiny. I mean, there's no way that can even happen. But just in case they love to use self-destruct, I'm going to use Waluigi. It can use Screech, but that is pointless. Yeah, and they are the fastest Pokemon, so it of course outspeeds. And this is why I made sure Waluigi was out. Alright. After those Electrodes, we are pretty much done with the episodes. True. I don't know if shinies are even possible in Perfect Crystal. I don't think they are. Yeah, I can never risk a self-destruct. I never want to risk that, so... So this is, of course, why I made sure the Electrode here are good. Let's see how much Shadow Ball would have done. Okay, with a crit is a 1-hit KO. I'm not sure if the crit mattered. It probably did matter. If this Electrode is not a shiny Electrode, who cares? Yeah, but what if it is? Nope. I'm never getting the shiny luck. I only got it in Fire Red and Leaf Green, and that won't happen here. It missed with Screech because of Pokemon itself. Yep. But yeah, the reason why I went for Fly is not so it can hit. It was also... I meant to do that, so Electrode can go for self-destruct while I'm in the air, which is a pretty helpful solution. But it can also go for self-destruct when I swap into a Ghost Pokemon, which is really helpful. Yeah, it's pretty good you have the immunity. And that's all the Electrode done. That odd signal is finally stopped, yep. You're the hero, let me thank you. On behalf of all the Pokemon. Oh yes, you should take this. And that's Whirlpool, I believe. Yep, it's Whirlpool. But I can only use Whirlpool if I beat Price. Pretty much. But yeah, I don't really need Whirlpool other than either just getting to a trainer, which I of course will eventually do. But it is also necessary in order to get to the Dragon's Den, which in this game, of course, exists. And it is there also just to... and we also get Whirlpool in order to catch Lugia, but I'm not sure if I should even catch the legendary birds to begin with. I mean, is there a purpose? Yeah, no, I don't think there is really a purpose. That would take a very long time. Well, I do have the Haunter, but... yeah, I'm not sure. No, Haunter is at too low level. The legendary beasts will still outspeed you. You probably need to be at level 39 at least, and then use probably super or max repels, and then eventually you can get one of the beasts that way. Also, do you know what I love about the Pokegear radio. It's the yeah, this is not the team I need. Daisy, can you search it up on YouTube? Yeah, sure. But yeah, it is eventually. Yeah, this is on the iPads. Daisy is gonna search it now. Yeah, on the PC pretty much. Listen closely. This is no, that's not the one we need. Yeah, this one. This is the one I meant. This is the one I meant to hopefully listen. Can you also hear put on the hard gold soul silver one? Sure. No, this is not the one. Sorry. Oops. No, this is the one. It's this theme. This is the hard gold soul silver version. Yeah, I really love this theme. Well, anyways, guys, I really hope you all enjoyed this tedious section from Rosalina that she had to do, which is, of course, the Rocket Hideouts. Yep, it'll be with also a whole bunch of editing, but that is also what makes it a little bit I got it. Okay, yeah, I was testing to make sure if I did save, but yeah, it worked. Alright, good. Well, thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, then hit the like button, share it to your friends, subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you all for more other videos pretty soon, which of course are all from Team Yoshi, from my Diamonds channel. Yes. Also, please, everybody make sure the Daisy abuse is stopped, because this is getting too much. Yeah, for real. Literally. But yeah. Well, let's end off, Daisy. Sure, otherwise this is getting too long. See ya! Bye!